Welcome to lesson number 1 in our unit on classroom blogs. So, to recap, let's talk about what makes a great classroom blog. A great classroom blog serves as a form of student expression. It reaches marginalized students, serves as a classroom resource, aids in that important teacher-student relationship, and it also aids in the development of self-directed study skills. So we're going to take a look at a fantastic example, Mr. Avery's blog. Mr. Avery's blog is available at mravery.edublogs.org. So let's take a look. Here's Mr. Avery's blog. He's got a front page up here. He's got all of his students in the picture. If we scroll down here, he's got a post here about his dog. He's got a translation here of his dog being translated into dog language. So it looks pretty good. It's a lot of stuff on here. So let's break it down a little bit and look at each part. He's got some videos here. Let's take a look at these videos. He has videos, he has math movies, he has news teams, he has other resources. Let's take a look at these news teams, for example. News teams, let's take a look here. News team number 5. All right, our news team number 5 consists of Amanda, Mike, Jenna, and Colin. So let's take a look here. What are these videos? Let's see here, for example. Here's Amanda K. Let's see what this is here. It says Amanda reporting live from the coast of the Gulf of Mexico. Let's see what Amanda has to say. As soon as she knows she's on camera.
Thanks, guys. Hi, my name is Amanda, and I'm here to talk about the vaquita. The vaquita has only 100 left in the world today. They are the next in line of porpoises to become extinct. The vaquita is gray with black rings around the mouths and eyes. And get this, they're only about the size of a loaf of bread at birth. The vaquita feeds mostly on telos, a type of bony fish.
All right, there's a great video there. It really gets Amanda to look into that species and why it's endangered and everything about it. There's all sorts of different videos here. We have Mike and a little behind the scenes here. One thing I notice over here, remember when I said in our introduction video that we don't want to limit who can see our blog because we want to be as big as possible and touch the world. If we look over here, this is what's happening on this blog right now. There's a visitor from Kentucky, from Ontario, from Georgia, from New York, from California, more in Ontario. All of this is happening right now all over the world, looking at Mr. Avery's blog and interacting with Mr. Avery's students and Mr. Avery. So let's take a look at some more things Mr. Avery has on here. Let's see, he's got some projects. Let's look here at these projects. Let's go to the first one, Story Birds. All right, he has Story Birds. Our class joined this 4KM and 4K in Australia. So his class teamed up with another class in Australia to write these storybirds. Each class took turns writing 2 pages at a time until the stories were complete. What a great way to collaborate with other students around the world. Here's a story. Let's take a look just to see what these are. Oh, see, it looks like they have little storyboards, and each student here adds, one day Tori was jumping here, and then you can go to the next one, and this person's added that, and then another student in Australia adds more to the story. What a great way to involve students with the global community. So let's see what else Mr. Avery has going on here. Let's see if we go up here. What is under Connect? Let's see what's in here. Share. Oh, we have students and eMeet. Let's see here. eMeet, a place for our class to connect with other students all around the world. Exactly what I was just saying. Let's see what he has here. Mr. Avery, our 4th grade class. Look at this. He has people. Here's people in Canada talking to Mr. Avery, and Mr. Avery talking with them, and comparing and talking. We had a snow day yesterday. Really keeping up and talking to other people all around the world. Let's take a look at that students one. I'm curious what's in there. Let's see here. Students, a place for students to share. All right, and here's one that I had mentioned in the introduction video. Be sure you mention to your students not to put inappropriate things on the blog, personal information. Here he's saying use proper spelling, punctuation, fantastic tips. Here this was from April 25th, 2012. I'm so excited for this math. This is going to be a great review. You're right, we're definitely a ton learning about fractions. Mr. Avery speaking with students here, and remember when I said that teacher-student relationship, that really important bond. If you can see here, you're right, there's definitely a ton to learn about fractions. I think as long as you remember all the steps we've talked about, though, it's really helpful. Look at how they can interact in an informal way. And maybe a student in class, that marginalized student, that may not be comfortable speaking up in class, here Wesley K is able to ask questions that maybe he wasn't comfortable raising his hand and asking in class. And here's Mr. Avery talking to that student in a very informal way. And some things have nothing to do with fractions or real. This is Rachel B talking about when they went a Girl Scout troop here, and so it has nothing really to do with class or a question on a math problem. It's just expressing herself. Speaking of student expression, if we look over here, another point of a great blog, student expression, student blogs. Here we have 3 Cheers for Tristan, Amanda's animal blog, all sorts of different blogs here. Let's choose one. How about Amanda's animal blog, for example? A reptile encounter. Hi, I'm writing this post in green because I saw an alligator in Florida. These are students writing, and what a great way to get your students to write and express themselves and use different forms of student expression. And so here's Amanda's page. Let's take a look here at another one. How about the J-Man's blog? Another form of student expression, the J-Man. Here's the J-Man talking about, my brother Zach is finally home after a year and a half. I'm finally seeing my brother again. Another great way so that Mr. Avery can know what's going on in his students' lives, and other students can know what's going on in other students' lives. And a great form of student expression here. Zach's able to express himself and talk about his brother coming home. Tomorrow is going to be a very good day because it's the day my brother Zach is coming home. I haven't seen him in a year and a half. Get to know more about what's going on in Jacob's life. Zach's coming home. What a fantastic form of student expression. Let's see what else we have here in Mr. Avery's blog. We've got projects. We've taken a look at videos. Let's see what these math movies are. Looks like there's different these are created by Mr. Avery and created by the students. Here's the Avery bunch on fractions. Let's just take a look and see what one of these entails. Again, a great place as a resource, student expression, reach marginalized students, and videos like this can aid in that self-directed studies. If a student's having trouble in class, how do I do area? I'm having trouble with finding the area of a square. Oh, look, here's a video on that. I can go on to Mr. Avery's blog and take a look. And this is actually created by students here, Jenna and Ben. Let's see.
Hi, I'm Ben.
Hi, I'm Jenna, and we're here with the Avery Realty.
We're going to show you how to find the area of a ruler.
You find the area by multiplying the length times the width of a rectangle.
Now let's go to the board.
Another great way to involve students and provide a resource. So Mr. Avery is our example of a fantastic blog, and we don't have to be this. Now, Mr. Avery has been working on this probably for a few years he's kept adding to it and adding to it. We're not going to have this day one when we start our blog, but this is the potential. We can add to this blog, we can add to our blogs, we can just keep building and building and building. As you can see, Mr. Avery has really taken ownership of this blog. He updates it, he talks to his students, he adds videos, he involves his students, he involves other teachers, he involves people from all over the world. That's a fantastic blog.